Actually, before before I answer that question to you, oh, that wasn't a question, that was a statement. Anyway, before I actually do that, I would like to make another little rant about DeviantArt. I've done one at the start of the Church Sunday a few months ago, and they just did another crap thing that deserves another rant. So for a while now, I'll show you in a moment. First, let me give you a little bit of context. For a while now, they have gradually been removing certain features that have always been present on the platform, or at least have been present on the platform for a very long time. And these features have always been very useful, very easy to do, very nice also, and practical and quick to use. And gradually, one of these features, and this is the focus of this rant, one of these features has been the ability to easily insert, easily mention other deviants, which is how users are called on DeviantArt. If you have an account on DeviantArt, you are a deviant. In other words, you are a member, you know. Anyway, I digress. There was this very easy way to mention other users. Let's put it that way, because even though the term deviant in the context of DeviantArt is correct, it still sounds a bit weird. So there was this very easy way for you to mention another user. Say, for example, you uploaded a gift picture for someone to your gallery, and you wanted to say, let's pretend this is the description. But actually, no. Let's use an actual picture as an example. Hold up. Let me open something recent here that actually has this issue, and I have to fix it. I can't remember. Maybe not this. I just uploaded this today. Yeah, okay, this here. Yeah, I haven't fixed the issue here. Notice this here. This line and this here, more specifically this stuff that says icon Mike Dragon. But I'll get to that in a moment. Let me open here to edit. Let me skip a few lines and pretend I am writing a new description. Let's pretend this picture here is a gift for someone. So let's say you want to mention another user who you are gifting the artwork you are uploading to. Let's say, for example, hey, this is a gift for my friend, and then to mention your friend. There were two ways you could do that. You could put this character here that I can never remember the name of in English, and you would write dev and then the name of their account. Let's say, for example, Inuyasha, that's an actual friend of mine. You could do it like this, and the end result would be their name become clickable. That is, when I post this, the text will say, hey, this is a gift from my friend, and then just show the actual name itself without the dev over here. And that name would be linked to that person's account. So if anyone would click on the name, they would end up on this account over here. Let me show you. They would end up on this account here. And another way to do that would be by instead of having just the name, if you wanted to show their avatar on your post, so like in the case of Inuyasha, for example, to show this avatar here, instead of dev, you would instead type icon, like this. And when you posted it, it would display like, well, like this here. See, it is here. My avatar is showing here because for that, when I wrote this description, I wrote icon, Mike-Dragon, like that. And when posting this line of, let's say, code, display like this. Otherwise, it would show as just a clickable name. Anyway, these were two ways for you to. Oops. These were two methods, two ways for you to mention someone, or not even necessarily someone, but one thing that DeviantArt has always had for a really long time are a thing called Please accounts, PLZ. And these accounts were not really user accounts meant for uploading artworks. Excuse me. Like my own account, for example. No, these were accounts where the avatar itself was meant to be used as an emote, as an emoticon. Or as you dang kids nowadays like to call it, an emoji. Ugh, I hate that word. Anyway, I digress. So the end result would be, well, the same as this here, except it would be basically an emote. So that was one very easy way for people to, well, to express themselves a little better through text in conversations, in comments, and replies, etc. It was great. It was really easy to use. If you knew the accounts you wanted to mention, whether would it be another user or a Please account, it would take less than half a second. Or, well, less than half a second is actually absurd. It would take like half a second. Like seriously, how long does it take for you to type this? You know, at best 1 second, 2 seconds at most, right? Really quick, straightforward, super easy to use, no secrets there. And then they have gradually been removing this feature from any different text boxes. I noticed this months ago actually, where it became impossible to use Please accounts on mere comments or even replies. And then it became not possible to do that when writing a journal and status posts, and more recently when I was uploading those two pictures that I finished a few short Sundays ago and I forgot to upload them, which were these two here. This one I actually finished last Sunday. When I went to upload them today and write the description, I realized they made it impossible to use these methods of mentioning accounts on the description now. So you can't do that, and that is why on this post, well, not this one. Which one was it? Now I'm confused. Help. Yes, this card changes. Oh yes, it has. It actually is this one, and that is why it is showing like this now, because it doesn't work anymore. Well, actually, it is showing like this because I tried using that method here. Originally, it wasn't showing anything. It was completely blank, nothing. So I had to type icon do not use please, my art please, and these two here are Please accounts. They are supposed to be this here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see a little better. See this little, it's basically this little notice here, stop, you are not authorized to use this artwork, meaning that I am not giving anyone permission to re-upload this without, well, my permission. Anyway, so it doesn't work. After I posted this, then I figured out it actually is still possible to do this. It's just being made very cumbersome, very time consuming. You have to jump through a few hoops to get it done. It's still possible, but it's not straightforward anymore. It's not quick. It takes a long time. It is annoying. It is very frustrating. It sucks. And this is another one of the many things that DeviantArt ever since, now sure, the problems are, DeviantArt has been having many problems way before Wix.com bought them out, but I am 100% certain things went way downhill, way fast, soon as Wix bought them out. And this is one of the many things that have been severely worsened on DeviantArt ever since the buyout. Many things have been worsened by a lot, by a large mile, and this one is just one of the latest, at least one that I have noticed so far, because I'm sure there must be more. Anyway, so I showed you how it used to be for you to add these mentions, right, back then. I'll show you how it is done now, because I'm going to fix this here so it will show nicely like this here. Also, the actual emoticons that DeviantArt has built in, well, they that kind of don't work very well anymore. certainly not like they used to. But my actual gripe is not the emoticons. It's the mentioning of accounts. Okay, so I showed you how it used to be, how easy it was, how quick it was. I'll show you now how it is. Well, how it is now. And you know what? I'm actually going to bring up my chronometer on my watch. I'm not going to do it on screen because actually, you know what? Yeah, I will use a chronometer on screen. Why not? Let's see how long it will take. Let's see how long it takes to do both ways, okay? Now, sure, the actual time we are going to have on the chronometer is going to be a little longer than the actual time it will take because, well, it would take a moment for me to click out of this screen and then go back here to SNAS to stop the watch. You know, start, click here, type, then go back here and stop. But still, it should be enough for us to have a little idea. First, I'm gonna do the way it used to be, where you just type the thing, okay? I'm gonna do my own name, right? I'm gonna do icon dash Mike Dragon. Icon Mike dash Dragon, I mean. Let's go. Icon Mike Dragon and pause. 10 seconds. Technically less than 10 seconds because, again, the time it took for me to click out of here to go here and then back here to stop. 10 seconds. Right? Now let's stop this. And first I will show you what it's like on the new way and then I will time it. Okay? So now, to get the same effect, what you have to do is, first of all, let me erase this. So you put your text cursor where you want the dimension to be. In this case, just the avatar. I actually haven't really looked into if it is still possible to do just the name. I think it is, and it might be a similar method. So for now, I'll just go with the avatar. So now you put your cursor where you want the avatar to be. Mind you, depending on how much text you have on screen, you will have to scroll. So take into account also this extra step here, where you have to scroll, because you know what, let's start up here since I will have to scroll down to actually use the thing. So the avatar I want to have here as an emote is going to be the accounts Do Not Use Bliss and My Art Bliss. Why these? So I can have this here. This is actually 2 pictures, that's 2 accounts. And both of them form one emote basically. So I want this to show here. Okay, so I'll skip a line here so I can actually copy from here because I never remember these from memory. Okay, so I can't type anything here. I'll have to scroll down so I gain access to this toolbar here, this tool icon rather. Add emotes or avatar, then I click here, I go to avatars, I go to search, I type in the name of the account I want, hit enter, wait for the search to work, which, mind you, in my tests earlier, this does not always work. So sometimes this will just give you no results, even if you got the name of the account exactly as it is. Anyway, so here I found the first part of the emote I want to post there. So now I click it, now I scroll back up, and there it is. Now for some reason there is a space right after the thing, so now I'm gonna have to erase this. I can't erase this space, so now there's going to be a gap between those 2 images. And now I will do the second one. So I went back up, now I'm gonna have to go back down, go back here, avatars, search, the name, enter, and then I click, scroll back up, and there's that annoying gap. Now I move the cursor to in between and erase the gap, and finally I have the emote I wanted. And now all I gotta do is repeat this process for any others that I want. So this one here for my own name. Let's go here, Mike this Dragon, search. That was the emoticons. That's another thing, you actually have to pay attention to what you are clicking on. I almost forgot how to type my own name. And there we go, now I have my face there. Now for this other emote, let's erase this. Avatars. Says 3 please. Is there a gap here between these two? I can't tell, probably. There wasn't. Okay, but at least Control Z still works. And there is a gap here where I don't want a gap to be. See, it also inserts gaps, spaces, where there's not supposed to be any, so you have to fix those if you don't want them. And there we have it. Now I have the stuff as I wanted, except I still have to fix the emotes up here. There we go. Now this is how it was supposed to be, except for some reason now there is an extra line jump there. Why is that there? Oh, I hate this. Also, can I just say, this new window for uploading and editing deviations, it is even worse than the one we had before, which was worse than the old one. They somehow managed to make the old one, which was great, it was good, they managed to make it bad, or at least not as good anymore, and now they made it even worse. Everything is cramped together, you have less room to work with, you have to scroll around a little, a tad more actually. For some reason, advanced settings is never available right out of the bat. You always have to click on this. It's annoying. I think there's also fewer options, but I could be misremembering that. So don't quote me on that one. Anyway, let me fix this real quick. There we go. Now that is how it's supposed. Why is this gigantic? This is supposed. I think there's another thing that they changed that I hate that they changed. This is supposed to be small. Smaller. Smaller. Great. It can't be made smaller like back in the day. So that's another thing. So if you want to post a link to some other deviation, some other artwork in your texts, you now only have the choice to have them big or ginormous on your screen. Fantastic. Anyway, so that's how you do these here now. Did you see how many steps it took for me to finally get these done? Many steps. I had to jump. Oh, I'm gonna say jump through many hoops. That's not really the proper terminology, but let's roll with it. Point is, did you see how many extra steps I had to take? Now, let's see how long it is going to take for me to insert just a single avatar on this text box here. Now I will time it. Alright, I'm gonna do just my avatar because it should be quicker. Alright, ready, set, go. And I'm gonna try to go as quick as I can. There, stop, pause, there. How the hell did it take 10 seconds? Something's not right here. Hold up. Let's do the text again. Nah, I just took too long when I did the text version first. 4 seconds for the text version, minus tabbing back in and out and, starting and stopping. Let's do it again. So around 4 seconds. for the text, let's say 3 seconds. Let's discount 1 second for starting and stopping the chronometer, okay? Let's do, to make things quicker, I'm gonna tab around instead of actually clicking here. That's another thing that costs a little time. Let's do the new way now. Let's do it again and time it again. Start. Avatars. There. Pause. 9 seconds. It's still around close to 10 seconds. Let's do text again. I gotta click start first. Oh god, I think the cat just farted. My god, kitty, what the hell did you eat? Good thing I have my fan on. Anyway. And start. Stop. There, again, 3 seconds. 3 to 4 seconds. Let's average 3 seconds. Oh, Jesus Christ. So as you can see, although that is still possible, it's being made harder and more time consuming, and I hate it. Now sure, many people will say, but Michael, that is no big deal, just a few extra clicks here and there. I get it, I got you. Don't fully disagree with you, but I also do disagree, because for people like me who hate to waste any bit of time and don't like to take extra steps to perform an action that used to be easy and quick and straightforward to do, for someone like me who is like that, this is incredibly frustrating, downright infuriating, and so completely unnecessary. Really unnecessary. Now, sure, you could also say, but Mike, you don't really have to go on the search. You can just, when you click on the avatars tab, just scroll and find the one you want. Yeah, good luck finding what you want here. Look at this. And mind you, these that are showing here, that you can scroll through, are only the people with your account. These are only the people you are watching. So if there's an account you want to mention that is not in your, let's say, friends list, it is not going to be listed here. And even if it is, well, good luck finding it. So whether you like it or not, it's still, which is not quick at all, but it's still quicker to actually type in the name of the account. And that is a huge waste of time. Why make this change when the old method of simply typing the name of the account was much easier? You know, whether you wanted to show the avatar or just the name. Why make this change? This was so much faster. But many new users don't know about that. Well, I didn't know about this here either, and I figured it out. Plus, at least back in the day, DeviantArt had instructions on some text commands you could input on their text boxes. And when I say text box, I'm talking about comments, journals, status, etc. How else do you think I figured this out? Anyway, point is, why make it so cumbersome when the old method was so much easier? And even if the matter of a new user not knowing how to do this, even if that is the matter, then why is it still easier for them to make things cumbersome rather than actually writing down a simple instruction somewhere, like in a FAQ, for example? But people don't read those. Well, do you think anyone will read about you clicking here and then here either? No, people figure this stuff out by clicking around. How do you think I figured this out? Same thing with this. But that is not the point. The point is, a simple action has been made more difficult. I'll say difficult. Sure, it's not actually difficult to do this and this and this and then this, but relatively speaking, as it is, because before all you had to do was just type. How hard is it to type? Seriously. I'm not asking you this just because I am already in my 30s. This platform is not made for babies who cannot type. Anyone who has used this platform is capable of typing, even if they can barely speak their own language. So seriously, why make such a simple action? I was going to say simple question. Why make such a simple action so much more unnecessarily difficult and cumbersome to use? Why? There is no logical reason. Anyone who actually has a proper logical explanation that can convince me otherwise, then please do voice it, because I want to hear. Why have they made this so stupidly difficult? And again, I'm using the term difficult here because it is not straightforward and quick as it used to be. Not because it is actually difficult, you know. Why? Just why? There's no reason for it. And there was another thing that I wanted to say about this, but it escaped me right now. I thought I just had it. Well, anyway, you saw how much extra time it took, and yeah, I don't like it. I hate it. I have no option but to use it, but I hate it. It's awful. It's just simply awful. Awful. And I don't even know if it is still possible to mention just a name. Is it? Community. What is this supposed to be exactly? My dragon search. No results found. Well, I don't know what this is then. What exactly are these? But this is funny. Emotes made by the community. And that's another thing that used to be a little more straightforward. Sure, back in the day you would still have to click on a tool icon to get access to that, also these. But it was all in one single window. But this is just a minor nitpick. My actual issue is having to go here to avatars and type the thing you want just to have an emote, a please account on your text, or just to mention someone. Anyway, is it still possible to mention... Ugh, I hate this word emoji. Is it still possible to mention someone by just showing their name? If it is, I can't find it in this toolbox. Maybe it isn't. Probably it's been removed completely. I would not be surprised at all. Anyway, that has been my rant for the day. Onwards with art.
The world presents some problems and we don't know what to do. You've come to find your feelings and exactly what you knew. The odds are stacked quite poorly if without a winning hand. But bear in mind your bearing's only worse if you don't turn up on bad intentions, because I'll turn your dreams to trash. You've got to set your sights and no sunset.